So early last year, I decided that I wanted to unlock a new level for myself, a new chapter in my life, and it was around spirituality and understanding things on a lot deeper level. Started with breath work and then progressed. And towards the end of last year, I was offered an opportunity in March 2026 to go to Tulum in the jungle for 10 days in a retreat in Mexico. So obviously I took it, and to say that it was life-changing is an understatement. This video we're doing right this second is after the retreat. So in this video, you're going to see and understand it on a little bit of a deeper level, where we got to understand about the medicine Bufo and Kambo. And I think, for anyone watching, it's safe to say that my life has changed. My mindset, how I perceive things, how I am, how my future is now thinking differently, and all the rest. So without further ado, strap in, enjoy. I'll see you there. Here we are. So we're at my friend's house, Madu, in Playa del Carmen. I'm trying to learn my Spanish, which is actually starting to get a little bit better. And after being in Mexico for like 24 hours, maybe 48 actually now. No, maybe about 30. I could honestly see myself potentially spending more time out here. It's a beautiful place. We've got this little Zen garden here. And this is the little apartment that we're staying in right now before we head off to our retreat in the jungle. So, but like the vibe, the soul of the city, the culture, the simplicity of life in places like this, you very quickly realize how happy people actually are when they don't have, as much as what people think they need, right? And everyone's obsessed with having an abundance of everything, having the best of everything. And when you come back to these places and you see like the little street vendors selling tacos and, people just being content and happy with that, that's what gets to me. That's what I love. We just did the most incredible 2-hour yoga session. Very small microdose of mushrooms before it. The intensity that you feel within your body, the alignment is just next level. That was probably one of the best ways. Imagine starting your morning out every single morning like that. So currently been in the jungle now for 2 days. Today we just did Kambo, so Kambo and Bufo. Kambo is another medicine, and it's used for detoxificating the body. I guess that's a word we could use. Essentially what you're doing, you're purging. Okay, so I'll show you now. So you get little points like this. Once the skin is opened, you're then given a medicine which essentially, detoxifies the body. So you throw up multiple times, some people more than others. Me, not so much, to be honest, today. And what that does as well, it intensifies the Bufo experience. I'm struggling to put this back on. And, you essentially go to deeper levels, deeper understanding, deeper
deeper thought processes. But one thing is for sure, you know, besides just detoxifying and getting rid of, it's not like you're cleansing the body essentially, right? But you're not just cleansing it from what you've eaten or what you drank point of view, no. You're essentially, those feelings that are held deep inside, those emotions that are buried inside of the body, you're able to tap into releasing all of that as well. So the stress, the anxiety, those two are the main things for me, the stress and anxiety. And now back in my room, if I could only tell you how peaceful I feel. So this morning, before our ceremony, we did meditation and we did some yoga. And in that ceremony, we did Bufo and Kambo yesterday as well. But even just doing it yesterday, I was able to completely be present, okay? My mind wasn't wandering, I wasn't thinking about work, I wasn't thinking about who's messaging me. And I'm taking a walk and I can see the sights, I can smell the smells, you know, of the forest, of the, you know, after it rains, you know that smell when it rains, but like in a forest, and it's like that moist air, but it's so invigorating to be able to feel like, and touch and see and sense all of that, because we're just constantly so lost, you know, and, you know, we're never present. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I've started to notice now, being present with myself. Guess what? Time is going a lot slower. Everyone was even saying like, wow, it's day 2, can you believe that? Feels like we've been here for a week. And why is that? Because, you know, I've hardly been on my phone. And I'm not, literally, I've been on my phone maybe twice a day. And I'm only going on it to reply to my wife or, you know, let's say like my mum or my dad. Beside that, nobody. I'm getting no interactions, I'm getting no outside distractions. And you appreciate every single hour of the day so much more. And this is why I'm sharing this experience with you, to be honest, so that you can sort of see it from the perspective of myself as a high-performing entrepreneur type guy, living in a busy city, a million miles an hour, always chase that kind of lifestyle, to then eventually one day just say, yeah, this lifestyle is no longer what I want to chase. And when I say lifestyle, I enjoy what I do, but I give up I put too much of my energy is spread so thin within what I do. So anyway, day 2 complete, and it's been fantastic so far. It's amazing how you can come together with 10 different people that you don't know from all over the world, and you just become so connected with them, and you know, you feel really like present, and that's not the word. You feel connected. You feel connected with these people, and it's just nice to see how everyone is, how their journey is unfolding as well. So, yeah. Anyway, absolutely knackered now because that thing took it out of me. But anyway, day 2, baby. Peace out.
probably wondering what is it you just witnessed. That was probably one of the most beautiful moments of my life. It was a ceremony of Bufo, and today we did. This was the peak of the retreat, of the workshop. This means we had a slightly larger dosage to allow us, now that we've kind of, become accustomed to the medicine, this was to really show you its capabilities. I have never seen a group of strangers love one another, support one another like today. Everybody opened up. Everybody was vulnerable. There were multiple times where, even for myself, when I was helping a lady called Tanya, and I'm not shy to admit, like, when she was releasing her emotion, I also released mine. I was crying, and there was multiple different people crying as well throughout the ceremony with different people, and it was really a moment when everybody's spirits aligned, everybody's frequencies connected. Everyone had a spectacular moment in their own way. Once everybody had the medicine, it's so interesting to see how each person reacts differently. Some more playful than others, some just completely silent. Me, well, I move a lot. I've got a lot of stored energy, and after our Kambo, our third Kambo of the trip, when I was purging, it was quite evident that I was releasing a lot of emotion in this third one, whereas the second one was not so much. First one a little bit, but the third one I released. And during this Bufo ceremony, I have never felt so alive. I've never felt so connected, and I just want to, if anyone who was on this journey with me, my gratitude and love is going to be for all of the people that I was able to share this moment with. I had some deep realizations, which has been very special for me. Someone who's had a lot of emotion sort of stuck inside of their body for the last 10, 15 years. A lot of ancestral emotion, I've carried a lot throughout my entire life, but always give a lot to other people. And I've never, expressed my own emotion, but I think for the first time in my life, I feel like my chakras are clear. I feel at peace. I feel at one with myself. So, from the bottom of my heart, I thank everybody, Madhu and Andy, for hosting an absolutely incredible ceremony.